It is my prayer, Lord Jesus, that you would protect and watch over each and every one of us tonight. Allow your holy angels to protect these drivers, to keep them safe, and to watch over them. Lord God, we thank you so much for our troops that serve us both near and far and allow us to do this automobile racing that we so enjoy. But thank you so much, Jesus Christ, for dying on the cross for our sins and for giving us the victory without even starting these cars tonight. Thank you, Lord. Bless us and keep us safe. In your name we pray, amen. And now for the singing of our national anthem.
Oh, say, can you see by the dawn's early light what so proudly we hailed at the twilight's last beating, whose broad stripes and bright stars through the perilous fight o'er the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets' bright glare, the bombs bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star-spangled banner yet wave for the land of the free and the home of the brave?
Great job, young lady. I'm going to tell you, was that not amazing? All right, now the special treat. Jeremy, get over here. Mike Wallace. Norm's going to start us out. All right, Mike's going to start us out.
Okay, you ready? Drivers, start your engines. Fire it up.
Pace car heads down pit road. They'll roll into the Mountain Dew kickstart zone. There's your green flag, and here we go. All right, Harrison in the 15, a little early on the jump. Now, guys and gals, this goes for every division. You got to remember, the flagman starts the race on the initial start. On the restart, the control car actually starts the race. But on the initial start, the flagman starts the race, and the 15 is too early on the get-go. So we'll call it back, restack them, and try it again. Vintage cars, you are next. Vintage cars, line them up and be ready. Vintage cars. Vintage cars, line them up and be ready. Man, what a national anthem by that young lady. 11 years old, Sophia Carroll out of Baton Elementary School in the 6th grade there. Easy Way Auto Sales pace car down pit road. That looks a whole lot better. And here we go. The 15 car going to lead them off turn 2. Crissy Wallace looking down the inside. She'll dive underneath the 15 of Harrison. But Harrison's going to lead the first of 40 laps. Stapleton back looking to the inside of the 66 machine of Vaughn off turn number 2. Both first and second and third and fourth in a side-by-side battle for position off of turn number 4 to complete lap number 2. But give the top spot now to Crissy Wallace. You heard me mention, might not. She raced here years ago and actually drove for Lee Falk in a late model car, but it's been a while since she's been here. Remember, it's a 40-lap double main event for these guys and gals. But right now, one of the gals, the only female in the field, has got all these men chasing her. Crissy Wallace doing a good job out front. This weekend, sponsored by Hall's Heating and Air Conditioning, MW Pressure Washing, Shannon's Bail Bonds, and D2 Motorsports Chevy that owns that 23 car. That's your big black and blue hauler sitting in the pits down here. Mitchell Stapleton doing a great job back in the third position in that Stapleton 42 YouTube channel machine. His first race ever in this series. Mitchell going to have company in a second as both the 44 and the 66 begin to close in on your third place car. But out front, cruising right along, is Crissy Wallace with 10 of 40 complete. Just over a quarter of the way through this thing, and right now Crissy with a big lead as the sun beginning to set over Tri-County Speedway. Again, vintage cars, be there and be ready. Vintage cars, you are the next main event. You folks, take a look at our junior flagman down here. This kid does a great job. He's here last week. He's here about every week, actually. Mitchell got the 44 car looking below him off of turn into turn number 3. A good side-by-side battle between the 42 and the 44. These guys closing in on your second place car, the 15 machine of Harrison. So we may have us a 3-car battle for the lead here momentarily. For second momentarily. The lead is pretty solid. She's got about a quarter of a lap now. Fastest lap of the race. Crissy Wallace got that 23 car hooked to the ground here tonight. Third and fourth closing in on second off of turn number 2. Down the back straightaway. That 44 machine started dead last in this race and now trying to take over the second position. And he'll do it from last to second in 18 laps. That's not too bad. But Mitchell Stapleton staying close to him off of turn number 2. It's getting tight quarters racing over there. Eric Barber in the 2 car. The 57 of Godinez and the 18 machine of Zellweger. And your leader is going to have some lap cars to deal with. And there's a rolling roadblock right in front of Crissy Wallace. Now she's going to have to really thread the needle. And this is not what she's wanting. As your leader is working heavy lap traffic down the middle. Well, she made it work. I would say Mike Wallace probably drew up like a turtle in a shell when he seen that happen. Now, Crissy going to work to the inside of Eric Barber off turn number 4. Put him a lap down. .22 of 40 complete. Again, vintage cars. Be there and be ready, vintage cars. Now Crissy's got clear sailing for at least a little over a half a lap, actually. Nothing in front of her. As the seas have parted, she got through all that lap traffic unscathed. Your second place car, the 44 of Everling, who started shotgun on the field. Now he's going to work the inside of Barber off turn 4 down the front straightaway with 15 laps to go in this thing. Mitchell Stapleton holding on to that third position. Now your leaders have got pretty much a clear racetrack in front of them. Oh, Barber down pit road in the 2 car, smoke trailing from the back of the 2, and that's not a good sign. As Eric Barber pulls that car nose into the pits, that could be the end of the night for the 2 machine. Eric sent me a message earlier. I think today is the first day he said in about a year on a race car, but it's good to have him back here at Tri-County tonight. Hate that tough luck has bit him square in the butt here in the first of 2 main events. 9 laps to go to settle it. And it's been the Crissy Wallace show so far. Crissy, who raced earlier in the year down at Bowman Gray Stadium a few times. But again, good to have her and her dad back with us today at Tri-County Speedway. You heard Mike saying he was up in Washington yesterday. And made the trip back today to get to see his daughter race here tonight. And right now she's got a couple more lap cars she's going to have to deal with in the closing laps of this thing. It'll be 5 to go when they get back. She's going to work around the outside of the 57 car into turn number 3. And here we go, down to 5 laps to go. It's Travis Lout, the official flagman here at Tri-County Speedway. Close quarters racing over in turn 3, and there's your second place car behind a couple of lap machines. He's trying to figure out how to get around those cars. And here comes Stapleton up to his outside, trying to race him for that second position. That's going to be a show back to the checkered flag on this one. Is Stapleton the closest he's been to the 44 machine? It'll be 1 lap to go when they come back to the line for Crissy Wallace. Now Mitchell Stapleton, only a car length behind. Everling in the 44. There is your white flag to Crissy Wallace. One more time around for that young lady. Stapleton took a peek up to the outside and thought about it. Now down the back chute. Your winner, Crissy Wallace. Second going to go to Everling. Mitchell Stapleton is third. Fourth will be the 66 of Vaughn. And your fifth place finisher, Harvey Harrison.
You proved your point like a hot knife run through butter. Looks like it was on a rail. Tell me about it.
Yeah, first of all, I just want to take a second and thank Jeremy Mayfield. If it wasn't for him, Shayna, and my dad, none of this would have been possible, so definitely have to thank them. Got to thank Supercar Series for having us here. Yeah, these guys at this series, they're great. Since we came and got involved with them, we love it. Can't wait to come back, race with them again. Tri-County, they're great. Terry, told you I'd meet you here, so we're here.
Only thing I didn't get was a hug. Ladies and gentlemen.
Next up on the lineup is the Carolina Vintage Series. 20 laps for these guys. Green flag, and here we go. The 8 and the 6 were almost identical speeds in practice. We'll see who can have the Mac Daddy here in this 20-lapper. Now, Bob Hateman has been a hard man to outrun so far this year at Tri-County in that Nova. We'll see if the orange Chevelle's got anything for him, and how about the modified? If you like modifieds, the 19 of Chris Warner hanging right in there with those guys. Side by side for second, entering turn number 1, and the modified up on the outside going to take over the second position. Hateman's going to have company when they get to turn 3, but the 6 machine closing in on Hateman off of turn number 4. Probably the best vintage race we've had here in 2025 as it stands right now, with a new leader down the back chute as they work on lap number 5. Number 5 of 20, and it's going to be Warner, your new leader. Renegades, be ready. Renegades, you're next. Haveman in an unusual position for himself because usually he's used to being out front. Tonight, got him right in front of him, right behind him too. McCall and the Richard Petty 43 machine going to get the move-over flag down the front straightaway. Now Warner with a big lead and nothing in front of him with the halfway sign when he comes off turn number 4. Halfway down, halfway to go in this one. Well, it was a close race. Now it's not anymore. As Warner got a spin down in 1 and 2. The 6 car goes around. Got in a little too low. You can see the black marks. And got down in, there wasn't any rubber hardly, and that car just broke loose and around it went. You folks, at the national anthem, the young lady that sang our national anthem for us, Sophia Carroll, laid her hat down at Victory Lane. She took her hat off during the prayer and all, laid her hat down and she forgot it. And all the excitement, she forgot her hat. If anybody happens to have it, if you give it to one of our officials, we'll get it back to her. She's up here in the tower with me right now. But if you found the hat down at Victory Lane during the pre-race ceremonies, please turn it in to one of our officials and we'll get it back to this young lady. All right, 6 car to the rear for bringing the caution out. Seven laps to go to settle this. Renegades, you should all be there by now, Renegades. After the Renegades, front wheel drive and mini stop. Folks, you haven't visited a concession stand, great food, all kinds. They got anything you can pretty much think of. Ask them for one of those Dale Earnhardt Jr. cheeseburgers. It's got the nacho cheese on it. I mentioned this in our last race that Dale Jr. did a question and answer thing with his buddy Matt Dillner, and Matt asked him where was his favorite place to eat at the racetrack. He said Tri-County, their cheeseburgers, nacho cheese on it. So now a lot of folks has been trying them, I'm sure. So you hadn't, try one out and see what you think about it. All right, there's the orange choose flag. So now these guys will pick the inside or the outside. I guess if you run straight over, you don't really know where you want to go, right? Goodness gracious, that's a lot. I don't guess so. I've had plenty of practice this year. Seven to go. Nice, slow, easy start. Now that's the way you do it. Well, it was a nice, slow, easy start, but unfortunately Bob Hateman took off, and he was not the control car. The 19 is your leader, and he is the control car. The 19 is your leader, and Hateman took off long before the 19 did. I guess it's worth trying if you think you might could get by with it. We're having some issues tonight with the lights atop the pace car. That's the reason that you haven't seen them on. They've done good all year. They give up tonight. So you guys in the other divisions, you might want to pay attention to this. If you're looking for the lights to be on or off the top of the pace car, you need to look at the flashers on the car, not the lights on top of the car. When you see the flashers go off on the tail lights, that's when you know you'll be racing the next time around. Pay attention to that, everybody else. If you're the lead or the outside front row, pay attention to the emergency flashers on the back end of the car. Remember, the 19 car is a control car. Three laps to go for Warner. The modified just a little too much for the big Nova or the Chevelle here tonight. White flag in the air one more time around. Checkered flag and your winner, Chris Warner. Second going to go to Hateman in the 8. Third, the 6 machine of Jonathan Fleming. The 77 comes home in 4th. That'll be Darrell Holman and
out of the number 19. Reminds me of the modified days way back in the 70s when I was 2 or 3 years old. Christopher, step over here and let's have a little talk. Congratulations. Doing fine. On a rail, it looked like. Just smooth sailing all the way around.
Yeah, it wasn't like that this morning, though. We definitely had to come out to morning practice and get this thing dialed in. Just being down in Florida, just don't get the time at the track anymore like we used to. But yeah, just got to thank my dad, John Stanley, Kieran, my brother, my mom, my fiance. So much dedication goes into this, and just really happy to be a part of it.
Family, that's all it's about, correct?
That's all it's about. I mean, the winning's fun too, but yeah, all about family.
There you go, ladies and gentlemen, from Florida.
I'm from Florida now, but I used to live here.
From Florida, Christopher Werner, ladies and gentlemen, from the Easy Way Auto Sales, Pick 3 Automotive, Winner Circle. About to forget about you, buddy. Congratulations, you're the 2025 Vintage Champion, and run here with us all year long. We thank you so much, and congratulations.
Well, I appreciate the track having us, and we're trying to get some more cars next year. I want to thank John Betts and Patty Betts and Jim Tuz and Kevin Brindle with Brindle Plumbing Services and Site Services, and just thank the track and hope Mr. Higgins gets well soon.
Thank you very much. Yes, we want our Patriarch to be back as soon as he can, and he's watching tonight on the security cameras, he told me. So thank you, appreciate you, congratulations, and we'll look forward to seeing you next year. Uh-huh.
Off turn number 4, green flag flies, and here we go. Inside the championship. Ledbetter did not get a good start. But Townsend did. Ledbetter's buried back behind. Ledbetter's going to be doing good to be in field place when he gets back at this rate. Off turn number 4. Townsend trying to work to the inside of the one. And Nathan Pate down in the back chute. We're about to go 3 wide. Did you see the truck race last night? 7 wide in Phoenix. 7 wide. Corey Hahn took them to win that race. I don't know if we've ever seen that in the history of NASCAR. A 7 wide deal like they had last night. And the thing was, he won the race and that move won it for him. We're a long way from lap 35, but at the rate it goes right now, the way Clint Townsend's running, Ledbetter will have a hard time catching that non-machine without a caution flag. '67 car about to lose it. He gathers it up. No harm, no foul there. Off turn number 4. Here's the race for the lead. A couple Chevy Novas out front. The big Monte Carlo running 3rd and another Monte Carlo running 4th. Another reminder about the Monster Truck Show coming up here November the 15th, along with the $1,500 to win Crown Vic race. Paying that kind of money, they should be a lot of Crown Vic cars here. Again, front wheel drive. Let's go, guys. We only have one car there. Front wheel drive. We need you now. Gary Willard, Justin Marler, Skylar Brown, front wheel drive, fellas. Let's go. 10 down, 25 to go. You guys also, if you're finished for the night, like those vintage cars, make sure you turn your transponders in. If you're finished for the night, like the vintage cars are right now, and we got caution on the speedway. Down in turns 1 and 2. The 67 car. If you're done, your 9 car, the leapfrog machine, is your control car. $10 down, 25 to go. Better hanging with him this time. That's it. Better took a peek down to the inside of the one car. Nathan Pate not able to make a run out of him. Another caution down in the same exact spot. Sherlyn Best out of Andrews, the 67 car. Again, happy birthday to the mayor of Sawmills, North Carolina, Mr. Keith Warren, down in the VIP suite tonight. Somebody said he was 52. He don't look a day over 39. Thanks again to Jeff's Auto Sales, Jeff Caldwell. Stitz Tree Maintenance, Messrs. Heating and Air. Little Caesars Pizza, Richards Construction. And all the other sponsors. Caldwell Collision sponsor the track truck. Pepsi Cola, the official drink of Tri-County Speedway for the 5th year in a row. Doug Hauser for all he does for the Pepsi Firecracker 400 each 4th of July. Every year it seems like we break the previous record. More cars, more spectators than the year before, and a bigger fireworks show. All right, off turn number 4. We'll see if they call this one off or not. Nope, not going to be. A little bit too many people, too much out of line. Everything is all jumbled up. They'll let that one go. He was way out front. Scholar Brown. Got James Powell digging to the inside. First time James Powell's been here in quite a while. He's an all-time winningest driver in the last 5 years in this front-wheel drive division. And now he is back out front. I bet you ain't got any idea what kind of car that is. You know what kind of car that is, Lee? He says it's a Honda. It's not like any Honda I've ever seen. Must be some kind of special made Honda. Yeah. I have to put the template on that 27 tonight. I don't think she'll pass. We'll see. James Powell checking out on everybody. The race back for second, third, and fourth, pretty close. As the 17 of Jackie Stone out of Wilkesboro. Back in the third position. Scholar Brown holding on to second. And Justin Marler in a 59 car. With Jody Chandler, I don't think you got to worry about losing your $500 in this one. Number 17 to 25 for James Powell. Willard back in the 5th position, the 54 car. Since this thing had a caution, these cars have really got spread out all over the racetrack. Again, if you lost track, the yellow 27 is your leader, the black 2 is second, and the black 17 is third. Caution turn number 2. All in. And here we go. On the 2 car. Skylar Brown either missed a gear or broke something. I don't think that car is going to come up to speed. He may have tore second gear out. I don't think Skylar Brown's going to make it back to the pits. Caution on the speedway. Record turn 2, please. What looked to be the problem with the 2, evidently 1-2 series. Skylar Brown with a major points lead. Of 164 points. That's amazing. Skylar in jeopardy of losing that second position in the 59 car. Justin Marley back in the 3rd place. One more time around for Mr. James Powell. Trying to make a run at the 2 car. Going to come up a little short. Skylar Brown second, Justin Marley third. And I believe those are the only 3 cars in the lead lap.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, of Asheville, North Carolina, after a long layoff, James Powell, as he gets his safety paraphernalia off here in the Victory Lane Easy Way Auto Sales, Tech 3 Automotive Victory Lane, reminding you to come out the easy way, trade the easy way Auto Sales, Highway 321 South in Hickory, North Carolina. James Powell, it's been just a little while, but you ain't lost your step, have you?
No, we ain't running the front wheel drive a whole lot. We're running at Newport a little bit this year. We had a lot of motor problems with the four-cylinder with the street stock. But first of all, I'd like to thank Mickey Roberts. If it wasn't for him, I wouldn't be here. I also like to thank Mitch West with West Racing, Adam Hatton. Also like to thank my wife and my kids for letting me do this. Cameron and Bradley and Rain and everybody for helping me in the garage and around the track. And all the fans for coming out, and the Higgins for giving us a good place to race.
Seems like you got that covered, young man. We appreciate you. Congratulations on your part of the Republic 225 here tonight in Tri-County Speedway.
All righty, I'd like to congratulate Skyler on the championship also.
There you go.
Flag, and here we go. Robert Trevette. From the pole to a spin. Lap number one, not good for Robert Trevette. All right, caution light should be going out now. 5 down, 20 to go. Frank's down on the inside. Whittington up on the outside. Pulls a little bit ahead of him, but Frank's going to have that low line off turn number 4. Can he make it work? What a battle for the lead. Whittington's had himself a good year here. He sits back in 3rd in the points. Whittington is trying to outrun Trevette, but Trevette's 4th in the points in the 28 machine. It's kind of amazing how this division actually ended up being a weekly show here. We didn't used to run this. These guys came to us and said, we want to run at Tri-County. And they've been running a couple other places. Well, when they came here and ran, they told their buddies, said, man, we got a good thing going up here. You need to come and run with us. And we had a great crowd ever since. Whittington's car, you seen it twitching a little bit right in the middle of 1 and 2, and when it did, that's cost him a little bit of time. We'll see if he can recover. Side-by-side battle off turn 4 this time. Now Frank's in sole possession at first place. "25 laps, and they're working on number 14. Well, he will be a brand new winner in this division. And you heard Jody Chandler come up here and tell me if he wins it, I'm going to pay him $500. If he can hold on for 6 more laps, he's going to get the leapfrog bonus money here in that one machine here tonight. Zach Franks from Skyland, North Carolina. It'll be the white flag when they return for Scotland, North Carolina, Zach Franks. And it will be his first win in the Carolina Mini Stocks of 2025. If he can do it, he's 1 lap away from it. Whittington second, but not going to be able to put any kind of challenge on Franks. He is checked out. The checkered flag going to fly, and there is your winner, Zach Franks.
gentlemen, Zach Franks, Asheville, North Carolina. And that's a mini stock winner. Zach, how about stepping over here and having a little word with us? Little different division tonight, son. I'd take it too when they pass it out. Tell me about it.
Man, we get the old man from Anderson, his name's Ken. Me and Rick get to take this thing out and play with it a couple times a year. We're brought down here just trying to get it dialed in. We didn't think we had a prayer against some of the cars that run here, but brought it last week. Wasn't very good. Struggled. We worked on it all week, and man, this thing is flawless now.
Looked like it was on a rail. I guess you really got it dialed in.
Yeah. Like I said, we worked on it all day today, all week, but it paid off for us.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, that's for North Carolina's own Zach Franks in the mid.
Rich gets a nose out in front. Here comes Terrence Tucker. And that Price Roofing, car number 42. Tucker up to the outside, going to make a move, pull ahead of your pole setting car of Rich down the backstretch. The points leader down pit road in the 8 machine. Basically all Ledbetter had to do was start the race. 44-point lead. Fellas, again, if you're done for the night, make sure you turn your transponder in before you leave here. If you're finished for the night, make sure you turn your transponder in. Now, Hatton down to the inside. Hatton looking low on the 42 machine. But that 42 of Tucker got a lot of horsepower under the hood. Attention in the pits, all Super Cup drivers. Your second main event is next. All Super Cup drivers, your second main event is next on the lineup. Be ready. All Super Cup drivers, you are next. Hatton sets in second, but out front is Terrence Tucker. All Super Cup drivers, be ready. You are next. Terrence Tucker doing a heck of a job out front in that 42 car. Because he's got fast company behind him in Hatton. Your defending street stock track champion. But right now, it looks like Tucker's got enough mustard to cover all the hot dogs here tonight. And again, our get well wishes go out to Davey Smart. Wish that 14 Alliance car was out here in competition tonight. Davey, get well soon, buddy. The race is back for third, fourth, and fifth. And it's a good one. Mark Gorin out of Taylorsville driving that Steve Smart 16 machine on the outside of your pole setting car of Alan Rich. As they'll drag race down the back chute, going, gets a nose out front, and that Lee Falk built car number 16 looking good here tonight. Behind those guys is Jay Henson in the 19 car and the 7 of Tyler Chapman. Halfway sign. That time, lap number 20 complete. 20 down, 20 to go. Super Cup drivers, be ready. You're next. Super Cup. All Super Cup drivers, be ready. You are next. Your second 40 lapper. Crissy Wallace getting ready to climb into 23. Mitchell Stapleton getting ready to climb into 42 car. The rest of you folks, be ready. Super Cup, main event, number 2, you are next. The leaders has got a couple lap machines they're going to have to deal with. They'll get the move over flag. The 67 car. And right now, Tucker's got to be saying, fellas, you got to give me some room up here. Tucker up on the outside will tip around now. It looks like Hatton going to be a little more cautious. He's seen that 27 break loose. I think he was a little gun shy. And that's his give. Terrence Tucker a pretty good little lead. 10 to go. Now 9 to go. That battle back in the pack, still a good one between Goins and the 16, the 19 machine of Jay Henson down to the inside of Goins, trying to take that spot. And your pole setting car, Rich, back in the 5th position. That's 3rd, 4th, and 5th racing for position right there off of turn number 2. Laps to go to settle it. Tucker with a big lead over Mike Hatton. It's down into turn number 3 this time. Tucker's going to have one more car to contend with. And that's going to be your 34 machine. After that, he's pretty well going to have a clean racetrack to deal with the rest of this one. The battle's still a good one. Those 3 cars running for position going to run up on a lap car. That's the 67 of Dwayne Best. That's going to play into the hands of the 19 as they come off of turn number 4. 3 laps to go. Oh, we got a spin out of turn 4. The 05 car around, and that's going to set us up for a 3-lap sprint to the end. And absolutely positively what Terrence Tucker did not want to see. Flag it, here we go. And we got a spin right over, oh, and one car up on top of the left front of the 7. Hatton on the inside, Tucker on the outside, and green flags in the air. Hatton going to have to really work on it. 67 car a little slow on the back straightaway. Looks like he's headed to pit road. Heads up on pit road, folks. Car heading that direction. Heads up on pit road. That battle for 3rd, 4th, and 5th, still a good one. One more lap around. That same 3 cars that have run nose to tail, side by side, this entire race are still running side by side. Off turn 4, Terrence Tucker heads to victory lane in the 42. Hatton. Rich comes home in the 3rd position.
Been away for a little while, but you come back a couple, 3 weeks now, and just put her together and just outrun the field.
It's our first season back since my daughter was born. It's been 12 years since I run a season. I think my last win was in 2008. This is just pure victory. I can't believe it.
Run a heck of a race. The 12 was on you pretty tough. You seemed to get away back from it. You had a couple caution flags that seemed to ail you just a little bit, but you come through it to pull off the victory.
Yeah, I know. We fired off really good, and I knew Mike, he prefers the top. I know he didn't have much drive off the bottom. I really hated to see that caution, but I just knew if I could keep it pinched down on the bottom, we could fire back off and get it done. I didn't have a doubt that I couldn't win tonight. I just knew we had to fire off good, and we did.
You done it, young man. Congratulations on this part of the Republic 225. Jack, come over here, son. I've just been handed some $500 of Ben Franklin on behalf of Jody Chandler and Leapfrog. Little bonus right there. Yeah. And I'm needing to borrow $500. So, Ted, been a little while. What about that son?
Yeah, I can't believe it. It's been a long time. He's been out of the car a long time, and we've been struggling this races we've been coming to, and had some mechanical trouble on some new parts, and finally worked on the car and got it what it like today.
Well, liked it pretty good because you brought home the hardware. Congratulations, y'all. Many more to come. Thank you.
Thank you. Thanks for Tri-County too.
We appreciate.
Mitch not here tonight. He's your points leader, 1,405 points. Heavily on the jump out of Newton, North Carolina in that 44, but here comes Crissy Wallace in a hurry. And the 15 car up on the outside of the 66, racing for third position. The track has changed quite a bit since these guys raced earlier in the day. It was daylight. Now it's got a whole lot cooler and completely dark, and this place is a whole different character. It'll be interesting to see how these drivers change their cars to adapt to it. It looks like Crissy Wallace's crew definitely made the right adjustments on the 23 car because she's looking good once again out front as they complete lap number 3 of 40. It looks to me the big gainer so far is the 15 car. Compared to the first race to this race, up to third position and looking for second. That's Renegade, West Virginia's Brian Harrison. And we're doing a good job in the 44. Ben was here the last time these cars raced here back in 2022, and he finished third place both races that night. Thanks to Aaron Creed for getting me all the statistics. Crissy Wallace out to another big lead, trying to make it 2 for 2 here tonight. Mitchell Stapleton back in position at number 4. The leader working traffic off of turn number 4 this time. Crissy's going to have the 57 and the 18 car to contend with. Down on the inside off of turn number 2. Good job by Crissy sliding right by him. Now Everling going to have to see if he can do the same thing. Mitchell Stapleton now up to the 3rd position. That's your 15 car. Harrison drops. Harrison may have issues going on with the 15. Looks to be slowing. Halfway sign when they come back the next time. Halfway down and halfway to go in this one. As Crissy Wallace slides by lap number 20 with a healthy lead. Crissy gets by Eric Barber in that 2 car out of Parkersburg, West Virginia. $15 laps to go, and Barber may have a problem with the 2 car. Barber up on the high side. He'll get it pulled down low off turn 4 into turn number 1. We'll see if he can nurse it back to pit road. That car may be, well, looks to still be under power. We'll see. Here for second is Mitchell Stapleton putting the pressure. He's up on the outside off of turn number 2. Stapleton going for second in race number 2. Ben Everling on the inside, Stapleton on the outside. It'll be 10 laps to go when they come to the line, and Stapleton edges out front. But can he keep it? He's got the preferred line off of turn number 4. He'll take over the second spot. Mitchell Stapleton, his first ever Super Cup race, now up to second. Nine laps to go. Here she comes to make it 8. It's now Mitchell Stapleton going to have to work a few lap cars right here in the next couple of laps. We'll see if he can bring that 42 car home in a second place finish. He's worked his way out to have a little bit of breathing room. He's going to have the 57 car along with the 18 to contend with. Thus Dylan Godinez in that 57 who takes care of that one. Now the 18 machine, that's Jerry Zellweger from Allison Park, Pennsylvania. Five laps to go when they come to the line the next time by. 5 laps. "37 laps complete, 3 laps to go to settle it." Two to go. One more time around for Crissy Wallace, trying to make it 2 for 2 here tonight. Mitchell Stapleton second. Ben Ebling third in the 44. Off turn number 4, Sunoco checker flag in the air, and she'll win it. Stapleton second, Ebling third. Fourth is going to be the 15. Brian Harrison and Austin Bone in the 66 comes home in fifth.
Crissy Wallace is unhooking her safety paraphernalia as they got the broom out for the sweep tonight. Here in Crissy Wallace, you done it again. I just understood prior to this that there'd only been 2 females won this race in the Cup, Super Cup Series. Now there's 3. You're 2 of them. You had it covered again on this second race. Tell me about it.
First of all, thanks to all the fans and everybody who came out here to support us. Shayna, Jeremy, my dad, Tim, Buck, Steve, all of our guys, Rogers, and it's one heck of a race.
Well, you put on a show both times, and you started 4th, I think, in this race here. And there again, you're just like a hot butter through knife, or you just come straight to the front.
Yeah, these cars here in the Super Cup Series, and like I said, Tri-County, they built one heck of a racetrack, and definitely can't thank them enough. And so appreciative of all this help, and thanks.
Coming back here, and hopefully the next season with the broom again. We appreciate you coming out. Thank you. Congratulations for your win.
Thank you very much. Look forward to coming back next year and racing with you guys.
I hope I'll be right here so I can see it again.
Meet you again here.
Yeah. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, the jury in second place. To add to everything tonight, you done one heck of a job coming through the field. Tell me about it.
I learned a lot today. These guys race clean. They give you a lane, they pick their lane, and I really had fun racing with the 44 in this race and the last one. I like the outcome of this one better than the first one, though.
Well, you done a heck of a job coming through the field. I think you had some issues with some lap traffic, but you put on a good show.
Well, thank you. That's what it's all about, isn't it?
That's exactly what it's all about. And folks, if you get a chance, go to YouTube and see Stapleton 42 and watch some of the YouTube shows that it comes up with back in the 80s and 90s with some stock car racing, some Grand National teams that still got some shops and some stuff hanging around. So check him out on YouTube. Thank you, sir. We appreciate you.
Thank you.
All right, let's see if we can run back here to the third place. Ben Ibrich.
Well, I'm not Ben. I'm his little brother.
Okay, well, little brother, tell me about it.
I was pretty good. He said it got a little tight in there towards the end of the race, but he did what we could with what we had. So.
Well, he done a heck of a job if he's having a little bit of handling issues. So third's not too bad.
No, we'll take it.
We appreciate y'all. Thank you.
Thank you.
Congratulations.
20 laps for the Crown Vics, the last race of the night. And again, this is the last race of the points championship battle. DeBow, there's your first and second place in the points, running side by side down the back straightaway. Berlando in the 13 has got 14 points to make up over Kyle DeBow, and right now he's going to take the lead off of turn number 4. Well, if that would have been the checker flag lap, he would have won it. 0.044. That's pretty darn close. I mentioned this at the last race, that great job by Chad and Eugene and Tech at getting these cars all legal, because some racetracks you go to and these Crown Vics, you got 2 or 3 cars that run off and leave everybody else. But so far, these guys have done a good job of keeping these things policed down to where everybody's pretty much the same speed. Took a while to get them that way, but we finally got them that way. Man, that 13 car down on the very bottom, really scrubbing that inside wall in 1 and 2. There's a brand new Crown Vic Series starting in 2026. Now, I've been reading up on it a little bit, and they're going to run both dirt and asphalt. It'd be interesting to see. It's supposed to pay some big money in it, and be interesting to see. Maybe get them in here one time next year. This will be lap number 9 of 20. Close to the halfway, and it's still got a good battle up front. Hunter Hatton in that 4 car. Closing in on you later. Hatton's got company coming up the outside of him. Now going to try it up on the outside. Hunter Hatton and that purple number 4 looking strong on turn number 4. They'll get together down the front straightaway. No harm, no foul. Everybody's still holding on to it. The Leapfrog Landscaping, Crown Vic Division. Coming down to 3 to go for Hunter Hatton. To check and see, that could be Terry Anderson in that 22 practicing for that big race on the 15th. He's supposed to drive Hickman's car. One more time around the last lap of the regular season. Checkered flag, and Hunter Hatton takes the win. And I believe that's our new winner, but he is not eligible. That class is not up to the moment. That's going to do it. The last race of the night, the last race of the season.
Here, take mine.
As the regular season goes, and here becomes your points champion. Then put a scratch on it during the race and then run into the wall after the race. You guys and gals, if you would help tidy up around your pits or the grandstand or tier parking or wherever.
All my electronics are going here.
I believe that is Terry Anderson in the 22.
Thank you, Phil Combs. We got Hunter Hatton, Canton, North Carolina. Put on a good show.
I was trying. Just wanted to Man, I couldn't thank this win enough. I mean, my dad's birthday is tomorrow, and that's all I want to win for. I mean, I know they're right for a championship and all, but I wanted to win the trophy for him. Man, I just can't thank everyone enough, especially my dad, my mom, my stepmom, everyone, my sponsors. I'm glad that I won here. I mean, I'm not my first win. I thought this track would be my first win, but guys, I'm just happy to be in victory lane one more time before the season's over.
Well, congratulations. You are the winner of the Crown Vic Republic Services 225 portion of the show. And I just think you put on a heck of a job.
Thank you, sir.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Hunter Hatton from Canton, North Carolina is the winner tonight in the Crown Vic Series. We're waiting for Kyle Dubois, as he is our 2025 Crown Vic champion and defending champion from 2024. As he pulls down into the victory lane here, our Easy Way Auto victory lane. Reminding you to come out to Easy Way, trade Easy Way. Easy Way Auto Sales, Highway 321 South, Hickory, North Carolina. Folks, while we're waiting, drivers, please turn in your transponders. All drivers, car owners, make sure you please turn in your transponders. Kyle DeVoe. Championship number 2, young man. Good job. Good season.
Thank you, sir. Yeah, we had our up and downs. Had a lot of ups, more than downs. It was a great year. Glad we could repeat. Couldn't do without my people. My dad, spotter, and crew chief. Man, does a lot for me. A little emotional here. Thank my sponsors, Alpha Electric, Precision Graphics, Heather Pavkov with Lantern Realty, Homes by Heather. Couldn't have done it without her. Thank everybody that does everything for this car, man. It means a lot to bring it home again.
Well, being a 2024 champion and now backing it up 2025, you're going to have to go a couple more drivers and get them 3 in a row.
Yeah, well let's take a rest, take a little breath, and we'll see what we can do next year. Congrats on Hunter on the win. It's a good race.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, also remember Kyle's brother-in-law, Eric Wallace, who races with us here, and his wife in the loss of their home last week. I talked with Jake today, and they're still waiting on some insurance, and first one thing and another. How are they doing?
They're doing good. I mean, you just got to take something like that day by day, but just appreciate all the love and support that's come in from everybody. Just means a lot.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, your 2025 Crown Vic champion,